Hello everyone. Welcome back to another stream, and this time we're going to be going in with some Darkest Dungeon. I have played this game in the past, but never have actually finished it. I think I may have gotten to the final boss on one run attempt, but I did not win that by any means, and I believe you have to get there a few times in order to get an actual victory. But we shall start with the intro cinematic.
Ruin has come to our family. You remember our venerable house? Opulent and imperial, gazing proudly from its stoic perch above the moor. I lived all my years in that ancient, rumor-shadowed manor, fattened by decadence and luxury. And yet I began to tire of conventional extravagance. Singular, unsettling tales suggested the mansion itself was a gateway to some fabulous and unnameable power. With relic and ritual, I bent every effort towards the excavation and recovery of those long-buried secrets, exhausting what remained of our family fortune on swarthy workmen and sturdy shovels. At last, in the salt-soaked crags beneath the lowest foundations, we unearthed that damnable portal of antediluvian evil. Our every step unsettled the ancient earth, but we were in a realm of death and madness. In the end, I alone fled laughing and wailing through those blackened arcades of antiquity, until consciousness failed me. You remember our venerable house, opulent and imperial. It is a festering abomination. I beg you, return home, claim your birthright, and deliver our family from the ravenous, clutching shadows of the darkest dungeon.
Always thought that was a wonderful intro. We do have all the DLCs. I have mods installed, but this is not my first estate. I do have mods installed, but they are not enabled for this run. We're going to run it on Darkest because I believe I'm good enough to not run on Radiant, and I can't win with the limits. I don't think that'll be possible. Okay. I think last time I did try to play this on stream before, but it was before I had anything set up, and I'm not quite sure how long it's been since then, so...
You will arrive along the old road. It winds with a troubling, serpent-like suggestion through the corrupted countryside, leading only, I fear, to ever more tenebrous places. There is a sickness in the ancient, pitted cobbles of the old road, and on its writhing path, you will face viciousness, violence, and perhaps other damnably transcendent terrors. So steel yourself, and remember there can be no bravery without madness. The old road will take you to hell, but in that gaping abyss, we will find our redemption.
While the cutscenes aren't necessarily the highest of qualities, the story is excellent, and for the stylistic type that they do this in, the cutscenes are actually pretty good. And it looks like I need to set music on because... Nope, we haven't. Okay. So, controls are WASD, just move around a bit.
Brigands have run up these lanes. Keep to the side path. The hamlet is just ahead.
And here we have our first enemy.
In brutal fashion, that all may hear of your arrival.
I'm gonna turn up sounds just a touch. And we'll throw the subtitles at the top.
Oh, hold fast.
Okay, so battles are turn-based. I don't believe you see the order that people are going to get to attack in, but you can generally suss it out from the speeds and such things. When they have taken their turn, this little pip that shows up at the end of their health bar goes away, and you won't get a turn until everything starts back over. We're going to start, well, we can choose between Grape Shot and Open Vein. Open Vein is single target. There's only one enemy. We'll use that. It is possible to die in this tutorial. I don't think I've had it happen to me, but it is definitely possible. We're going to use Smite.
Press this advantage.
Yep.
Give them no quarter.
Inventory management is another big thing in this game. I'm going to touch the 10. Yes.
Leave nothing unchecked. There is much to be found in forgotten places. An ambush. Send these vermin a message. The rightful owner has returned, and their kind is no longer welcome.
Start with some damage on the guy at the back.
The will to
Our
fight
turn.
falters.
Please? Yes. We rolled high on that stun. They do, however, have stun resist now. Good dodge. Bad miss. And they have swapped our position around. I don't think that'll be too terrible for this fight, but in more difficult combats, that can be the difference between life and death, because some attacks can only be used from certain positions, like how Grape Shot can be only used from the middle two. Let's try another stun. It's not good. Which one hurts, but it's not terrible. Bleeds a little bit of a dot, but don't think we'll be worrying too much about that. Yeah, he'll definitely survive the bleed. Guy at the front will... Yeah, he'll die to the bleed, so let's reposition for now. If I kill him by hand, he'll leave the body. If he dies to the bleed, he will not. Now this enemy doesn't have a great attack from front position, so he uses Rush Shot.
Surges as the enemy crumbles.
I'm going to continue adventuring, and let's see if we can get this. Trapped, but we're done here anyway, so we won't take the damage. And let's see what we get. Unholy Slayer, great against Unholy. Stout, healing skills while camping. We're not going to be camping for a while now. And Stress in Cove, so don't send him through the cove for now.
Welcome home, such as it is. This squalid hamlet, these corrupted lands, they are yours now, and you are bound to them.
Women and men, soldiers and outlaws, fools and corpses. All will find their way to us now that the road is clear. Trinkets and charms gathered from all the forgotten corners of the earth. In time, you will know the tragic extent of my failings. Most will end up here, covered in the poisoned earth, awaiting merciful oblivion.
Well, I forgot that there were unique voice lines for Clear and everything, but Graveyard is where we'll see all the people who have died. Wagon, we can buy trinkets, which either can be very nice, or just kind of eh. It really does depend on who you're getting it for, and whether you're building like that. The guys we got from here, the Plague Doctor and the Vestal? Yeah, their default picks, every single one of these guys is just, by default, you will start with this as your initial setup. Everyone after this will be completely randomized, and there will be a large selection of people to choose from. We will later get the access to the Survivalist, Tavern, Sanitarium, and Abbey, along with the Guild and Blacksmith. Each of them have their own things. Most of these three, Abbey, Sanitarium, and Tavern, are the stress relievers, which stress will be an incredibly important part of the game soon. Then the Survivalist, Guild, and Blacksmith will be able to upgrade our characters in different ways. Mainly we'll be using the Guild and the Blacksmith. The Survivalist isn't too useful until you get kind of mid-game-ish.
A mecca of madness and morbidity. Your work begins.
Alright, now we check what positions everyone can be in. The Vestal can be either in the 3rd or 4th position. Usually I have her in my 3rd, but based off of what this Plague Doctor has taken, which all of these are randomized even on the initial default characters, except I think these two are locked in. I don't think these two change. Well, yeah. Just because of the way these guys are set up, I might have the Vestal at the back in position 4, because the Plague Doctor can actually use more in position 3, just because of that incision. Alright, that's all good. Technically, we can go to the end of the game right now. That is possible, and we're not going to do it. That is a dumb idea, and I will lose very fast if I do that. For now, though, I completely forgot that I might be able to upgrade the stagecoach. Yes. Okay. Increase the number of people available for hire. We'll do that once.
Foolishly seeking fortune and glory in this domain of the damned.
That will not take effect until we have the until we have this mission complete, though. They'll send out a new regiment of people that we can hire at the start of every, I guess, day at the end of every expedition, however you want to say it. As you can see, there are titles for the setup of your army. I don't think it has any effect. I think it's just they put in titles and have fun. But yeah, there's that. We are going to start with here, because we have to. I'm not going to the darkest dungeon. I don't feel like dying today. So,
the cost of preparedness, measured now in gold, later in blood.
For short journeys like the one we're on, as you can see from just above where the shovel is, I do enjoy taking 6 food. It's just nice to have a little bit of extra stuff, and plus occasionally your group will get hungry. Shovels, always have at least 1. 2 if you can afford it, but at least 1 is necessary. Antivenom and Holy Water we get by default, I believe, because Holy Water from the Crusader and Antivenom from the Plague Doctor. I called that right? Yeah, Plague Doctor. I like a key just in case there's a chest to unlock, and medicinal herbs can get me a little bit of extra food if we find them on the journey, and then bandages, you can stop bleeding with them, and I think you can stop poison with medicinal herbs, but no, antivenomous for poison. What's medicinal herbs? I think that was just general debuffs, I think. Oh. Fine, we'll take it. I probably misremembered the number that I thought I needed. But, yeah. Food can be used to heal up your party members by, I think, 1 HP per food. Not entirely sure, but I believe that is the case. This is the starting default dungeon. It will be the same every time. Maybe not the same encounters, but the same general positions.
Finding the stuff is only the first test. Now it must be carried home.
Now, I'm going to do something that I wouldn't recommend doing if it's your early times.
Holds much worse than mere trickery and boogeymen.
If it's not your first time in Darkest Dungeon, that is something that you will often end up doing just because you get a little bit more loot by doing that. Up to the Knight's not too bad. Use Noxious Blast against the one in the front. We can hit them with at least 2 damage. No?
Another one falls.
We do just insta-kill that one. Here we go. I could use healing. Get back a little bit of HP, but I'm gonna try and stun him. 2 HP anyway. He dies on his turn by poison, and that's exactly the amount of HP he has left.
Slowly, gently. This is how a life is taken.
Default our party order, and unlock the strong box.
If only treasure could staunch the flow of otherworldly corruption.
Here's why we bring a shovel. And then we keep moving. God. Okay. You know what? You swap. These two are unholy, so we can do a little bit of extra damage. Yeah, let's just try for it. Probably debuff too. Exactly. Yeah, good enough. Stress is my least favorite form of damage.
Back to the pit.
Let's get a Bulwark on yourself. It marks him, meaning that certain attacks will deal more damage to him, and he will also more likely to be targeted. But at the same time, it also gives him protection, which I think protection 20, yeah. So for the rest of the battle, he'll take 20% less. More stress, not great. I no longer have to worry about that zombie. Try clearing some of this out.
Continue the onslaught.
There we go.
Destroy
Nice easy kill.
them all.
And go
Their
for it.
formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
Take the loot, swap, and keep going. We're gonna head the upper way, not because I have a particular attachment to it, just because it's a direction
Darkness closes in,
that I can guarantee
haunting
you.
the hearts of men.
Oh, God, we already have the blood. Okay. We are going to ignore that weakness. We are going to pretend like it doesn't exist. No surprise. Good. Surprise is a mechanic that keeps shuffling your guys around, and it's an increased chance whenever we're in darkness, which we will pretty much permanently be in darkness throughout this run. I can't think of a reason why I wouldn't have this. Like, for fine, he'll get an attack off and then he'll die the next time. Not enjoying that stress. Drop resisting that. We'll go for a direct heal on you. You're gonna die on your turn. Let's try and get a stun off. Good, good, good. Good resist.
Confidence
this one.
surges as the enemy crumbles.
Let's see if we can get a stun off. Nice. We can do for party heal. Go to crit. Crits will lower the stress of our party, unless it's a crit against us, in which case... no, please.
The slow death. Unforeseen. Unforgiving.
Enemy lose their turn to that stun. Do another group heal. Poison miss.
As the
Ooh,
fiend falls,
good crit.
a faint hope blossoms.
Use the key over here.
Glittering gold, trinkets and baubles,
Ooh, and a scatter.
paid for in blood.
You know what? 2 curios I will go back for. It will give us a little bit of stress for backtracking, but it's never too bad. Alright. Ooh, bag stuff. Oh, and you're a kleptomaniac. We would have liked that to build up the town, sir. That would have been nice. Well, anyway, get a fight over here. Poison the first one. Take a chunk of damage there. These guys can't bleed because they're skeletons. Why would a skeleton bleed? So we're going to use Great Heart, just for a little bit of damage across the board. That skeleton will die when it comes around to his turn next.
Executed
Kill off this
with
skeleton.
impunity.
Everyone's injured, so we'll use an AoE heal for now. It's going to hurt. 4 isn't too bad. Get some poison on him, or blight. And shoot him.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter. Seize this momentum. Push on to the task's end.
We can get disease resist for a little bit, dropping over dodge, but I'm not really interested in that. What I am interested in, however, is this holy fountain, because I think... So you're the kleptomaniac, right? Yeah. If we use holy water with this, it's just a full heal. Never mind. Thought that stopped a effect from happening, but... Or got rid of a negative thing on him, but it's not. We get to see the trap because we scouted out the area beforehand, and I think I'll see about disabling this trap too. We do have a 90% chance. Here we go. Come on, back in the room. There we go. Let's have you open up the pack. We'll pick up some of the food. There's only a certain amount of food that each person can eat before hunger breaks. And here's the hunger break. Everyone gets a little bit of health back. If you don't have the food for that, or if you don't give them it, they do have a huge debuff to their, I think it's just to their stress. We are finished, but I am going to go down this final hallway, see if we can get a fight, or if not, a little bit of loot. I'm not going to dig through this. Never mind. We are going home. Irrepressible, great. Virtues we'll get onto later once we start needing them, which I hope we don't, but we will. Eldritch Hater, just extra damage and less threats against Eldritch overall. Really nice. You don't have to worry too much about stuff. Then Curious on Cruel, obsessed with the acquisition of knowledge. I think that ends up with him being more stressed from interacting with book-type stuff. And then Cove Adventure, less stress at the Cove. Overall, pretty good traits.
The tents are pitched, banners fly, and the corpse wagons stand at the ready. The circus has come to town.
I should have checked if I could disable that from the list. Oh well. We'll just occasionally get the opportunity to enter the Butcher Circus. Technically, we can enter at any time. We won't be doing that. It's just the PvP game mode, and it has a little thing in-game to try and get people to actually play it.
Fresh kegs, cards, and curtained rooms promise solace to the weary and broken alike. The cobwebs have been dusted, the pews set straight. The Abbey calls to the faithful.
Set you in here. And you can drink your cares away. Finally, Stagecoach.
The raw strength of
Ooh,
youth may
bounty
be
hunter.
spent, but his eyes hold the secrets of 100 campaigns.
Sorry about that, just a little bit of a coughing fit. Yeah, for now, I think that's going to be fine. We'll just move on to the next adventure. We could go down here. I think we do have the ability to pretty confidently fight, but it pretty much guarantees the death of one of our people, and I would rather not have someone die. Ooh, scouting chance up. That is probably what we're end up going for. I do enjoy my scouting. Yeah, let's clear this one out. Grab people. Yeah. Let's see. You are good in the third position, so we'll put you there. Good only in the first. Well, kind of in the others. Have you over here? I think that'll be fine. Yeah. Yep, okay. We don't have a healer, but I really want to get the scouting trinket. Firewood is always nice, that means we're going to be able to have a rest in the middle of this. We're going to bring a little bit more than I would like to bring, just because I really don't want to die. Alright, that should be fine. We're not going to bring the blood, because... no, please. We don't want to. Alright, in we
The
go.
fiends must be driven back. And what better place to begin than the seat of our noble line?
So, we have to complete 100% of room battles, and we know that these two rooms will not have battle inside them, so we're just gonna head for the one that does.
machinations
I scouted
spring
that.
to life
And I just
with a
didn't pay
singular
attention.
purpose. And now, the darkness holds dominion, black as death.
Oh, is it? Ah, damn it. Give me 1 second. Let's see if I can get this right. Also, welcome, Handsabon. How you been doing? Is, I will see if I can turn up the brightness over here. Graphics. There we go, is that better? Yeah. The dread and darkness that prevails every form of human life generally isn't great. Alright. We are going to guard the highwayman because he's a little bit low. And I'm going to accept that Streamlabs is glitching out because it's not letting me put the little YouTube thing on. And now I can't interact with the Streamlabs at all. Give me 1 second, I'm gonna try restarting this.